Hey, nerdy sports fan here. We're talking Week 4 NFL action, and we're into the Bills against the Patriots. And who would have thought this was going to be a matchup of undefeated teams this early in the year? Not most. I mean, maybe a handful of Bills fans, but most people definitely not. The Bills, they're better than we were expecting. Their defense is fantastic. We knew that. But their offense is picking things up. Now, a lot of that's short passes. A lot of that is Josh Allen figuring out what being an NFL quarterback actually is. Yes, you got to keep plays alive. Yes, you got to move around with your legs when there's nothing open. That's something the younger crop of quarterbacks have really brought back to the league, which is fun to watch. But throwing the ball from the pocket is how you win games consistently, especially in the playoffs and Super Bowls. So they've really worked on that this year. And Allen is anticipating throws. You're hearing in the broadcast that he throw the ball, especially to John Brown, before he makes his break. And when you have that kind of trust and knowledge of the system, it really works out very, very well. And we're seeing that. Now he's making mistakes, okay? He's thrown a few picks. There's been some fumbles from the team that's not really consistent with what we've seen out of Sean McDermott's teams. They usually hold on to the ball. But, I mean, growth and change is going to create mistakes. I expect New England to take advantage of those mistakes. The Bills are better. Okay, they're so much better than they were. Are they beating Tom Brady better? Probably not. Okay, let's be realistic here. I'm a diehard Bills fan, but let's analyze this for a second. It's not just Brady, okay? It's Belichick too. And Belichick's defense has been known to just terrorize especially young quarterbacks. You've got to be on an Aaron Rodgers kind of level of dissecting a team's defense in order to take advantage of a defense coached by Belichick. It's very layered. He has a very good game plan every week for taking out your best player, and he has the staff for it against the Bills. Right now, their best offensive threat is John Brown, and they can take him out with Gilmore. They really can. Gilmore's not as fast as Brown, so they're going to need to put a safety a little bit deeper, and they're going to need to help out there. And he's going to get some quick hit passes because of that too. So they're not going to take him out entirely. They're just going to take that over the top threat out. So they're going to make the Bills beat them with those short passes, with the running game. And I just think Josh Allen's not far enough along in his development to shoulder that burden against this team and keep up in a points race with Tom Brady. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The chance that they have at winning relies solely on Devin Singletary. If he comes back full speed, this offensive line can dominate the defensive front for New England. It definitely can. They are big maulers up there on the offensive line. So if they can get the running game going with Singletary, not Frank Gore. Frank Gore is a place filler. They have a chance, but it's a slim one. On the New England side of things, we all wondered what they were going to be without Gronk. And then we remember that Tom Brady hasn't needed anybody. Okay? This offense has changed so many times in the time that he's been the quarterback of New England. They were run first when he first got there, and defense first. And then it slowly developed. They started to figure out what they had with him. They went to a very, very high-tempo offense when they had Randy Moss and Wes Welker. And, what they did with Welker never really went away because they moved into Edelman. They had Gronk. They don't need Gronk. Okay? They've got Josh Gordon now. They've got multiple weapons for him to throw the ball. Philip Dorsett is really well used in this offense, and they use their running game. They use everybody in their running game. Sony Michel and Rex Burkhead are doing damage, and kind of alternates who does it. In a game like this, against this defense, their pass defense is the strength. So, short passes are going to matter, so Edelman's going to get his. I don't expect Dorsett to do much. I don't expect Gordon to do much. The running game is where they're going to have to attack. That if there is a weakness in this defense, that's where it is. Especially with Harrison Phillips being injured now and out for the season, that's a man down in that rotation for the Bills. So, yeah, they're going to lean on the running game. Sony Michel and Rex Burkhead all game long, and that's going to wear the defense down. They're going to dare Josh Allen to beat them, and I don't necessarily think he's capable of that right now. I have it being a relatively close game because, again, the Bills are far better than they were, but I just don't see them beating New England. Right now, the point spread is 7 points. I think that's just because people disrespect what's going on in Buffalo because they don't really know. Nobody cares. Nobody watches the Bills except for us Bills fans. So I would bet the Bills because I don't think they're going to have a 7-point loss here. They're closer to the Patriots than people think. But I do think the Patriots win. It's going to be like a field goal or so. And fantasy football-wise, start Edelman. I would start probably both defenses. I would think it's going to be relatively low scoring, and both defenses are going to be able to create turnovers and get pressure. So I really think both of them are viable in this game. I think Gordon and Dorsett aren't going to do a damn thing. And I think John Brown may be limited, but he's also going to be the best weapon for Buffalo, so Brown's going to get his. Singletary's a crapshoot. I mean, he could go off in a game like this, but he could also do absolutely nothing. We don't know how injured he still is coming back into the lineup. So that's what I got for this game. Hit me up the rest of the videos to check out your fantasy lineups. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, fellas.